The Woman Who Couldn't Feel Fear, 1994. A woman walks alone through a quiet street. The sun has disappeared, the stores are closed. The city feels empty. Then a shadow moves. A man steps out from the darkness. He grabs her. A knife flashes beneath a streetlight. The blade reaches her throat. For most people, this moment would trigger an ancient biological response. The heart would race, breathing would accelerate, muscles would prepare to run. Every system inside the body would begin screaming one word: danger. But something unusual happened. The woman didn't run. She didn't scream. She didn't freeze. Instead, she looked directly at the man, calm, almost curious. Then she said something so unexpected that the attacker hesitated. "If you're going to kill me, you'll have to get through God's angels first." For a moment, neither of them moved. Then the man lowered the knife, turned around, and disappeared into the darkness. Years later, scientists would examine this story, not because of the attacker, but because of the woman. Because what happened that night revealed something medicine had never seen before. A person who seemed almost incapable of fear. Researchers would later identify her only by two letters: S.M. Her real name was never publicly revealed. She wasn't a criminal. She wasn't famous. She wasn't trying to become part of medical history. She appeared completely ordinary. She had friends, a family, a normal life. Yet something about her was different. For decades, scientists believed fear was one of the most fundamental human emotions. You could manage it, control it, hide it, but you couldn't remove it. Fear was survival. Fear was biology. Fear was universal. Then researchers began studying SM, and that belief started to collapse. They showed her photographs designed to disturb people, images of violence, injuries, danger. Most participants reacted immediately. Their faces changed, their bodies tensed, their emotions became visible. SM barely reacted. Researchers increased the intensity. The results remained the same. It was as if something essential was missing. Then came one of the most famous experiments. Researchers took SM to a reptile store, a place filled with snakes, large snakes, dangerous snakes, animals that trigger fear in countless people. The scientists expected caution, perhaps hesitation. Instead, they watched something remarkable. SM walked directly toward the animals. She touched them, picked them up, examined them closely. Again and again, researchers had to stop her from approaching the most dangerous reptiles in the room. Not because she was brave, not because she wanted attention, because she genuinely struggled to understand why everyone else seemed afraid. For the scientists, the mystery was becoming impossible to ignore. What exactly was happening inside her brain? The answer was hidden deep inside her brain. A tiny structure about the size of an almond, known as the amygdala. For millions of years, the amygdala has served as one of humanity's most important survival systems. It helps detect threats, creates fear responses, signals danger before we consciously understand it. Long before your mind decides to run, the amygdala has already begun preparing your body. But SM suffered from an extraordinarily rare condition called Urbach-Wiethe disease. Over time, the disease damaged both sides of her amygdala. The result was astonishing. The alarm system that warns most humans about danger had become severely impaired. For the first time, scientists were witnessing what happens when fear nearly disappears from human experience. At first, the idea sounds appealing. Imagine a life without fear. No panic, no anxiety, no terror. It sounds like freedom. But SM revealed a darker truth. Fear is not simply suffering. Fear is information. Fear is protection. Fear is the invisible force that keeps people alive. Without fear, danger becomes harder to recognize. Bad decisions become easier to make. Risk becomes difficult to measure. Researchers discovered that throughout her life, SM repeatedly found herself in dangerous situations, not because she was reckless, but because her brain struggled to generate the warning signals that most of us take for granted. The very emotion people spend their lives trying to escape turned out to be one of the greatest survival tools ever created. Perhaps the lesson was never about fearlessness. Perhaps the lesson was about fear itself. Because the most dangerous person in the world isn't the person who feels too much fear. It's the person who cannot feel enough.